Hello and welcome to Midweek Gaming. Once again, we're back this week on Wednesday, as always. Midweek Gaming, as it suggests.
It's
You were just trying to
Wednesday.
do a number, weren't you? Yeah, you like pod number 442.
No, episode number 32. There you go. Hello Muppet. Hello Looper. Thanks for stopping in. Yes, we're. If you want to check out a good gaming website, go to bg4ghub.com. Some great news there. If you want a great gamer picture or logo, etc., created by the graphic god, please go to www.xboxgamerpics.com, and Jay will sort you out there, the graphic god. This week we're back once again with a team of 4 this week, so it should be fun. What else we got? Green Pass Gaming. So welcome, Flap. Cheers for stopping
Green
by.
Pass.
Do you ever sleep? Who are we talking about? Muppet. Do you ever sleep?
No.
I don't know. She may be on about Muppet.
I think he's on about Looper. I think
I reckon he's on
Me
about
and Anime
Looper.
don't sleep.
he's on about Looper.
No, I reckon Looper. Yeah, that is a question. It's like Pong Soul. Does Pong Soul ever sleep? He's everywhere. He is. But yeah. So welcome, Mr. Tushi. How you doing?
I'm
You've been
doing
playing
great.
many games.
Many games. Oh, I've been playing. I've had a go on Flight Simulator again. I've been playing Super Smash Brothers on the Switch today.
Nice.
Got my ass kicked a lot.
How was that £8 purchase on the calculator going?
I didn't buy it. I ain't wasting my money on that. But I can't believe someone's greenlit having a calculator on the Switch store.
It's third party, I suppose.
It is,
Nothing
yeah.
to do with Nintendo don't care, do they? You know.
But
But I
somebody
bet some fuckers bought it just for a laugh.
Somebody
Fuck
put
the
in
jokes on them,
in that thread. They put that there's a what was it? I can't remember what it was now. There's another application which is stupid. But it
Calendar.
wouldn't surprise me if people bought it. But £8 for a calculator, really?
No, exactly.
Probably a clock. You know, have you got time as well? Yeah.
I will find it. I'll find out what it is, but I can't remember.
Okay. Just
what else have you been
open a cider. I have cloudy cider.
Ooh. That means you'll be pissed by the end of it.
In honour of removable.
I'm drinking as well, so don't worry.
Sorry to interrupt you, Tushi. What else were you playing?
Also, I've been playing Resident Evil 7 Biohazard. I'm not really into the horror games, really, but that shit me up, that game did. I'm about an hour and a half in, and I had to pause it a couple of times because it's shitting me up. But it was all good. It's
all right, then.
I also tried today on PC. I tried Rain on My Parade. That was quite
Rain
good.
on My Parade. Okay.
Yeah,
That's
it's a
on
little
Game
indie
Pass.
game.
What's that about? What's that?
You basically a cloud. You have to rain on people and rate and do little
I
objectives.
played this on the Xbox. It's like,
Yeah.
I haven't. Yeah,
I played it on Game Pass.
I played it for about 5 minutes. I have, but Resident Evil is great. I think Flap. I think
You completed it earlier.
Yeah, I think.
I'm playing 7.
Yeah.
I was thinking there's no point me buying 8.
You're playing 7. Yeah, you're playing the prelude to 8, aren't you?
Yeah,
He's going to buy 8 next, isn't he?
yeah. There's no point me buying 8 until I at least try if I like 7 or not. But fucking hell, it scares the shit out of me.
Cerebral's dropping in. It must feel like it tonight.
Hey, Paul.
Welcome, Cerebral. How you doing? I didn't think you'd be here tonight.
I'll be here, but I may not be as fun as I usually am. But that's all.
Well,
See what happens.
we completely understand, mate.
Yeah, we do.
Anyway, that's all I've been playing this week.
With yourself, I missed the fun part of that. Oh.
I've been playing my penis as well.
He's been playing Resi E7, basically the beginning of Ethan Winters.
Yes. I still need to get through that, but man, that's hard for me because there's so much running and dodging and moving and, lots of screaming involved, and that's just when I haven't playing the game, you know. Holy shit, he came through the wall, you know, stuff like that.
Oh, hang on. Muppets put by some tenors for. Let me just show you something on screen. This is a cardboard box. Of,
Wow.
Okay.
Comfort Large Plus.
Never seen one of those before.
I've got hundreds of the boxes for moving house. Oh, fanny pad boxes.
Oh, you'll be fed up with them soon. You will.
So basically, what you're saying is, Tushi, you've nicked Forkboy Gaming's bedroom.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't put a black light in that thing then. Ooh, no.
It's my missus got loads of boxes for wet when we move house in a couple of weeks, so it's all good fun. Anyway, over to the next person.
Welcome, Goat Force Gaming. Thanks for stopping by. And Judzilla Music. Nice to see you.
Who's next?
Bless his little heart. We go cerebral because I think Animated's having a little.
No, I'm good. I'm here. I'm having a bit of a nightmare, but yeah, we're all right. Hello, everyone.
Trust me, I've been there.
Yeah, it's all good. Thanks for having me on, Stubbs and guys. Appreciate it.
It's
Have
fine.
you been playing many games? It's good to hear.
Oddly enough, no. It's been a very, very busy week. I've not really had a chance to play anything at the minute. I have been dabbling with, because obviously I got a new TV that does all the bells and whistles now, so I am now in 4K 60 or 4K 120, depends. So I've been going back through the little just in time.
You got a 120.
Wait,
You got a
did he just
120?
say?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
4K 120 as well.
I want you to notice though, he said he's
4K
also in. He said he's in Depends. I want you to realize he said that. So. You know.
So I've been. I got it just in time for the FPS Boost games that have come in because I like my old stuff. So I've been dabbling a little bit with some of the stuff that's been boosted lately.
Boost.
FPS Boost, indeed. Some are good.
They should have called the Xbox the 2JZ, shouldn't they? Really.
The best game I've found so far is that Halo Master Chief Collection. I've got to try Gears on it, but wow.
Oh, you mean 4K?
Yeah, my other TV. You know that big map we went on? You know the one where you're outside and all the green grass and all the hills and mountains? I don't know which one it's called. But on my other TV, they look boring. But with this 4K, 60 frames per second, UHD, it's
Also
like it's like the mountains come out the screen. You know, they were kind of alive. Everything was alive, and it's a really big upgrade. I was like, because I'm trying to look for it, but yeah.
Were they alive with the sound of music? Is what I want to know.
If it was, they got prickly shots by someone.
Well, Halo was too. That's one to try, and Looper said
beautiful
as well.
That is.
I have to try
Also,
that as well.
Also, Stubbs, I really recommend doing Halo 4 campaign, and you get to try the Prometheans out for the first time, which is a crazy campaign, and then also try Halo 5 campaigns are absolutely beautiful.
I need to get through Halo 2 and the rest. I've completed Halo 1. I need to get to Halo 2 and do all of them before Halo Infinite.
Wow, you're only 13 years behind. Way to go.
Yep.
I'm in the same boat. I've completed a couple of them here and there, but I've not gone through the entire Halo series.
Yeah, you do a co-op campaign here.
I've already started. Don't worry, we're on it. We're doing it with. I'm doing it with Dragon Wolf and Big Al Boomer.
Nice.
Right.
Also, they're also my partners in crime for Gears 5, and man, oh man, does that look good in all its glory.
Yeah. Oh, wait till you try Hivebusters.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Jesus, that is mind blowing.
Yeah.
Do you mean multiplayer, or do you mean for campaign? You're doing it with
campaign. Because I've never finished it. They're doing it with me through co-op when we can find the time.
Yeah, it's good. It is. It's a good campaign. I thought it was. I have, but the Hive Busters the graphics are a lot better than that one. They are.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Well, since
But
you
yeah.
played Hive Busters, how does it make you feel towards a Gears 6? And
Let's,
Unreal Engine 5 as well.
But should we finish the intros before we?
Oh, yeah, go on.
So, yeah.
Sorry.
We will get into that then. We will get. So, have you got anything else to say? Animated?
Not really. It's been. I've tried to take a step back from everything gaming wise a little bit, just because I've got issues at home and stuff. I won't bore you with the details, but hence me being absent a couple of times. But
Life.
Fair enough.
yeah, life takes over. Life does
That's
take
all you have
over.
to say, isn't it? Life. Just to say life, and everyone goes, "Yep."
That's true. That's true. Welcome, Matt Barnes. Thanks for stopping in. Cerebral Paul, it was a nice surprise to see you dropping in.
Yeah, we'll see.
I'm not going to ask how you
Yeah.
are because I know you're not. Have you been playing many games?
Mostly MLB The Show, and still think it's not a great game. I mean, it's definitely not a next gen game. I'll give it that much. And been doing a lot of Valhalla, and then I've started doing little games like what is it, Rain on My Parade or whatever it is, because of the point for point Microsoft points matching thing they got going on this month. So
It's quite hard.
Oh, is
isn't
that quite easy? Is that quite easy for points then?
it seems to be. But yeah, parts of like I'm on the third mission, and you're right that it's hard to stop the bomb.
Yeah, that fucker is. I tell you, I've tried it 5 times.
No, it's
I
like
tell you.
third level. This is difficult. This isn't right.
I'm on the second one at the moment.
Yeah.
You know,
No,
you
when
got
you hit that
you
third
got the
level
fire in the
feels more
car
like
park.
an in-game thing. That third level feels more
Fuck yeah,
like
I
an
tell
in-game
you.
thing.
I can do it, but it doesn't give me the 2 stars. So I keep trying to do it again, but I'll have to go back and see if I can do it. But
Yeah.
after chat's going to tell us, it's easy.
I haven't even completed it yet. Jeez. And I've tried
No,
multiple times. Yeah, the problem with a lot of older games like that, Alupa, are I have a lot of the achievements for those games. So it's hard to, I've already got them. So it's hard to go back. And,
I will go and give them a go. I think she means for me to try out for the
oh, yeah.
the 4K 60, how good
Oh,
they
yeah.
look. I'll probably
yeah.
go and give them a try. Oh, well.
Yeah, some of the 360 games is absolutely amazing. With the FPS boost and the auto HDR. I'm trying to think of what's the. Oh, it was a Chinese game. It's like
Mahjong?
Hidden Dragon.
Yeah.
No, it's oh god. I was only playing it a couple of week ago as well. It's where you play as a Chinese detective in Chinatown. Oh my god, what's it called?
Oh, I know.
That's gonna
Yeah, I
bug-
can't think of the name of it. But yeah, I know.
It's gonna bug
Lost
the hell out of
Judgment.
me now.
Not
But-
Sleeping Dogs. Not Sleeping
That's it.
Dogs.
Is it Sleeping Dogs? Yeah, Sleeping Dogs. Yeah. That looks great. It looks amazing with auto HDR, and it's like, okay, you can tell it's a bit old, but the crisp, the smoothness, it's like, damn, this is really good.
Yeah.
So if you can try some of the three.
I really loved that
Cool.
game. I really did. I'm yet to try it out with the old new setup. So thanks for
yeah.
thanks for the jog of the memory.
Yeah, it's well. I thought about it as well. I was like, "Oh, just see." Who was it? Someone mentioned who actually comes. They were saying it's got a 120, and I was like, "Really? That's an old game." And I looked at it, and I was like, "Oh yeah, Sleeping Dogs Definitive Edition. I've got that because it was given, by Colt." So I jumped into it. It's like I lost about 3 or 4 hours, and I was like, "Jesus
Really?
Christ!"
That's nice.
Yeah, it was just because I started it off, had a little bit of a play, and it's like, yeah, it's okay, it's great, it's not fun, it's quite fun, and then this was like a brand new game effectively. It's like, wow, and I just lost so much time onto it.
There are some of the older games that the auto HDR, you actually have to turn it off because it oversaturates. So it makes it
Yeah, that's true.
Because they have way too many lighting effects in them and stuff. But for their time, they look beautiful. But when you HDR them, they're like, holy crap, that's too much.
It's burning the eyes. Yeah, but I would try some of these 60 games because the 360 games because there is some. It does really boost up and crisp up some edges. and you don't really realise it, as you said, until you stop playing them.
I'm going to go and try Dragon Age. Thanks, Looper.
Oh yeah,
I'll
Dragon
download
Age.
it. I will.
Yeah, Dragon Age looks awesome.
I
Welcome
need to
to
get me a
Nighty Lad
TV.
and Dragon Wolf.
So I need to get one myself on them 120 Hz TVs. Can't afford it at the
Basically.
moment though.
My
so
TV
jealous
might
of
be
it.
for sale soon. My TV might be for sale soon. But
Well, I sent you a link, Tushi. Did you not see the link?
he doesn't look in the group
DMs.
chat. You know that. He
Yeah,
doesn't look in
jeez, I sent him a link. There's a Kickstarter.
Sometimes
for
he
about
doesn't look at
700
all. And
I know.
he sent the
I-
same link that Removable sent, hours ago.
3 hours earlier. Yeah. And it's like, it's like, look at this. I was like, yeah, we know. I was like, yeah, I sent you a DM. There's a Kickstarter of a what you know these what's it called? These big chairs that move around and you can play if it's like a rumble chair. Oh God! What is
Oh
it?
yeah, yeah.
It's,
I
it's
did
sort of
see
like
that.
it's like a simulation chair, isn't it?
Yeah, I did
Yeah.
see that. Yeah.
And I was like, well, this is Tushi's next purchase. It's 700 quid.
it.
No.
There you go. You like your racing?
Hell no.
Only
It was great
700.
for your fight, Slim. Yeah, well, Tushi, that's like a weekend's worth of gaming, you know. He buys, so
No, I'm seriously
No.
saying only 700 for a chair like that. Usually they're a lot more expensive.
well, it's a Kickstarter, so you're getting. I think
Yeah.
you're getting one of the. You do get about sometimes 30 to 40%, in some cases even
Oh, yeah.
60% off. So it is. Some things are really good, and that's how I've got a few things. Simply because it's like I can't afford the full price, but Kickstarter it, I might be able to afford
Yeah.
something.
Mostly what I kickstart is the MST3K riff track stuff.
I just need to
Oh,
kickstart my own ass to get to work in the morning.
I know that feeling.
Yeah.
Your wife kicking you in the bum to get you out of bed is not the same thing.
Well, to be fair, Removable, he has to leave the house. You don't. To go work, I mean.
This is true. Yeah, this is very true. He gets up and then he drives for about 42 hours straight. Isn't it right, Sushi?
I wish.
Nah.
Where I get off the sofa and walk upstairs to my office.
Exactly.
So a slight difference there.
I'm just fed up with my job at the moment. There's just too many early starts. So it's like at work. I'm getting up. I'll be up at 4 o'clock in the morning. So I might have to leave early today. Might. See how I feel later. So, but I've been up since 4 o'clock today as well. So, it's all good fun.
Have you had a Mackie D's to kind of tie you over?
Nope.
There you
Not
go. You
since-
see, that's it. There you go. That's the problem.
Not since last week.
Oh, I don't know.
Naughty. Anyway, let's get
Sponsorship
back on
deal's going to
topic.
dry up.
As we were.
Yes.
With
Cerebral.
Cerebral, and then we all went off on a tangent like we always
Sorry.
do.
I was about done.
I'll mute myself.
So, Removable, how are we doing?
Yes.
And have you got any news to tell people?
Oh God. Yeah, I'm absolutely shattered. I have been playing Sleeping Dogs, as I've mentioned, and also I've been getting back into Yakuza Like a Dragon, so that sort of thing. Besides
Nice.
doing numerous other blooming things, a bit like animated. We're in a similar sort of industry where 70-hour weeks is kind of the norm, and a bit like Tushi really. He's doing like probably 100-hour weeks as well. So I'm actually shattered. But yeah, as of tomorrow, I'm off for a month, and this is not a holiday. So just let everyone know, it's not a holiday. My partner.
No, your
is
missus will
giving-
make sure you know that.
Yeah, no, trust me, there is no chance of that ever happening. Do it. Yeah. As of tomorrow morning, I will be a father for the third time. So she's giving birth tomorrow morning. So
You crazy man.
having a cesarean. Yeah. And then for a month, I will be looking after a 4-year-old, a 2-year-old, a newborn, her because she'll be restricted to bed for a month, and maybe some point myself.
Wow.
Yeah, but think of all those games you'll be too tired to play.
Yeah. Yeah. If I can see, if I actually
you'll
see
just
the
get on the
Xbox,
Xbox and you'll hear the baby going, wee! You're like,
it'll be either her shouting she wants something, the baby shouting he wants something, my 4-year-old shouting they want something, or my 2-year-old shouting they want something. Between that
tell you what,
lot,
just
I
loaded
might
up.
get a chance.
the game's just loaded up. He's just about to
No.
start.
Yeah.
Yeah, even with
baby
a quick
cry.
resume, it'll be just that's it, right? I'm off. I might get a chance to go for a poo at some point during the day. I might be able to get that position.
Well, it's good news anyway, removal. Congratulations, but I'm sure
Yeah.
Thank you
I'll
very
message you tomorrow to let you know. I will.
Well, here's the silver lining. After a month of that, you're going to really be looking forward to going back to work. Okay.
No,
Because
no,
he's not leaving the house,
no.
you see.
No, trust me. After the hell that I have been going through at work, that is ironically the last thing we've. It's got so bad at work due to the cock-ups with management that a few people have left.
Ooh.
And it's like,
Oh.
yeah, it got that. I mean, that tells you something. In the middle of a pandemic, people have just basically swiveled, said to my bosses, "Bugger off. We've had enough." When you're doing 70, 80 hours and you're doing stupid deadlines and you're not getting paid for it. We worked out, this is the irony, was because we don't get paid anything beyond 37.5 hours. And so we're doing double the hours. So if you work it out, we were below the minimum wage.
Yeah, no kidding.
Fuck that.
Wow.
For the hours we're doing, for the pay we're getting, we're below the minimum wage. We politely point this out to our bosses, and they're like, "Sorry." It's like,
Tyson,
Oh.
at 37 hours at the week, I'll just turn my computer off and not touch it until Monday morning.
How
All
is
the
that?
bollocks
I
to
mean,
them.
I know the laws are different, but how is that legal to work you twice?
That's not legal.
It's
It
not.
isn't. Well, it's not legal. But what it is, and an animation to kind of back me up on this, they kind of have a clause in your thing. There's like, we expect you to do your best to get the job completed on time. So whilst they're not consistently saying you need to do the work, you will be looked upon, frowned upon. It's kind of like a social pressure that's kind of pushed on you in that regards.
Well, they're trying to pass
you
a
know.
law which won't work, but it's called off, basically disconnected. When you finish your working hours, it means disconnected, but in reality, I can't see it working, even if they push the law
That's
through.
good. It will be good depending on. To be honest, it depends on the person that's working there. If you're like me, my brain doesn't log off. It really doesn't log off. So, sometimes it is a bit my fault where I think, look, it's a weekend, no one's going to phone me. I can get some work done. And so that's my problem. That's my issue. That's not the company's issue. But the biggest issues we've had at the moment was that we've had deadlines that are just like, it's stupid deadlines, and it's like, well, it needs to be done. And that is their response. It's like, it needs to be done. The deadlines haven't changed. It needs to be done. And that's as far as they go. They don't tell you they want you to do it, but that's close enough.
Yep. Well, interesting you talk about when you're off, you're off. I know one of the community managers for the ambassador program, actually both of them, as soon as their time is up, even if we're in the middle of a conversation, they're done. I mean,
Wow.
you don't see them until on a Friday. You don't see them until Monday morning.
Jesus. Yeah, I don't think I said every day is probably a good extra. We've worked out it's probably an extra 30 hours a week, 34 hours a week. We're doing extra anyway, and it's just part and parcel of it. It's part of the culture of the work environment that I'm in at the moment. You know it when you're going in, and it's a weird one. And I think, it's crunch. It's a weird one. It's never consistent. I mean, this year's been the worst.
Crunch. Saying that though, if you're in the games industry, at least they pay you for crunch.
Some do. If you were from CG Project Red, yes, you get a very nice package. I suspect that's not always the case.
I got a nice
majority of
package.
companies. We noticed.
Apparently,
We've seen it.
apparently so does animated because you're having another trial tomorrow. So,
Yes.
Well, that's the irony. Yeah, I was like, yes, I'm going to be off. Yeah, and then it's like, oh god, I just realised I'm
Yeah.
going to
Get yourself another mobile as well.
yeah, more work.
Turn your
No,
phone
no,
off for a
that-
month.
No, that is the one thing I have stipulated that I will. I've basically told them to F off. It's like, no, my phone is off. I cannot have that because I know for a fact they'll try and call me anyway. I'm just going to turn the phone off. So no, I won't. I won't have a company phone. I'll refuse.
Nope.
That's one thing I have refused to.
You call me, you pay me. That's the way that.
Yeah, exactly. You know, and to be honest with you, I know the reason why. It's because they've cocked up, and luckily enough, that they want me in there. Unfortunately, they can't have me. So
Exactly.
it's life. You get used to it. I'm not moaning. It's life. Everyone has their issues. Everyone has ups and downs. Animated's in a similar sort of boat. He's working his backside off. I know it. That's why he's tired.
Yeah, a little bit maybe.
So yes, it's so you're not going to be on the podcast for about a month.
Again, I apologise in advance to all. Actually, it'll probably be everyone. Your views might go up with me not here. Me not talking might actually get some more diverse opinions on there.
We might get more topics done.
Truth.
We're actually 26 minutes in and we haven't done a topic yet.
There you go. See it?
So it's all fun talk though. People seem to be enjoying it. Welcome to the Indie Gamer. Welcome to That Mama Rocks. Thanks for stopping by. And welcome to Cat Daddy Lurk. Obviously knows Mr. Tushi.
Hello.
Yep.
Back on the other subject there, Removal. Do you feel happy that what you're getting paid regarding what your overall income for the hours that you do?
We are at the lower end of the professional scale. The only reason really that I'm actually with this company is they've got an amazing childcare package.
That's good.
It's weird. It's really it's a compromise. They've got amazing staff. They let me take time off whenever I need it due to childcare, anything like that. They don't never have a problem. It's like, just do it. Go ahead, go for it. So at the same times, it's great for those, but it compromises elsewhere. So it's one of those things that is. I could go to another practice, another office, have much more money, have much more money, but I could be in a worse position, work-wise. So it's a compromise, wherever you do.
Yeah, I totally understand. It's like my job. I get paid well, but there's no other benefits regarding like childcare or anything like that. There's nothing.
Yeah, so anything like that, you'd lose it. That's it. You do it yourself, isn't it?
Yeah. But hey.
So yeah.
Anyway, Stubbs, should we get on to the first topic?
Yes, and some exciting news was dropped. We're now nearly half an hour into the show. We're finally getting onto some topics, but it's all been good chat. So, the Coalition is moving to the next gen development of the Unreal Engine 5. Here's the statement on the official blog for Gears, the Coalition's website, which is actually on the Gears 5 site. At the Coalition, we pride ourselves on delivering the best possible Gears of War games and the best possible performance using cutting-edge tools like Unreal Engine. We wanted to update our fans on both of these things. Sorry. Thank you to all of our fans out there who have been on this journey with us during a worldwide pandemic and working from home. The team launched our first strategy title, Gears Tactics relaunched and relaunched Gears 5 and Tactics on this Xbox Series X and S hardware with performance upgrades and features, revamped Gears 5's multiplayer with tons of content and updates, and capped the year with the first mainline campaign expansion, Gears 5 Hivebusters, in almost a decade. Yeah, I think the last one was Ram Shadows. But as we look into the future games, we're excited to start shifting our resources to next-gen development. Using Unreal Engine 5, Gears of War has always been at the forefront of the Unreal Engine development. As a breakout 720p title for the Xbox 360, last year's 120 frames per second multiplayer update for the Xbox Series X and S and we're excited to continue the tradition by developing on Unreal 5 for multiple new projects in the years to come. What does this mean? What does this mean for current titles? Gears 5 has content on the way, and we'll continue to release new operations through Operations 7 and 8. Each operation will have 2 drops, including new characters, new maps, and special events. Through the end of the year, we have store updates with exciting new content as well as feature playlists. Shifting to a new engine is a big undertaking, so we want to be clear that we will not be announcing any new projects or titles for some time. Last time our amazing team needs more exceptional professionals to help us continue to push the envelope, so we're hiring. Thanks again to all our fans. We're eager to get to work and show you what we've been working on, and when the time is right. So that just tells you they're shifting focus to the Unreal Engine 5, which I know they are the masters of the Unreal 5 engine, but it will take a bit of time to get used to the engine, because when people say they're working on multiple projects, everyone presumes they're talking about, multiple games. I was speaking to VJ earlier on. He told me sometimes, he says, there could be a big project working on a mainline game, and there could be a team of 2 people just working on ideas for new games. Now, what they're probably working on is a mainline Gears game. But what they could also be working on is, I'll just find it, hang on a minute.
Chicken nuggets.
So the Coalition could be working on a smaller game, because let's just find it.
Like passion projects, you mean?
Gears Pop.
Well, no, it isn't.
No,
that.
not another one.
Jeff Grubb said it was basically because the Unreal Engine 5 will be so brand new. They might be working on a game where it's a smaller game, just to try out their skills on how to make a little game on the Unreal Engine 5. So it doesn't suggest. I mean,
Gears Mobile.
No, that didn't work. That was, we all know whose fault that was. That was Rod Ferguson, his stupid Gears Pop idea, yeah? That's what it was.
And stood the number 1 game last year.
Yeah.
Gears Pop was actually quite fun, but the problem was
I enjoyed it.
You had to buy, to begin a higher level, you had to beat people. You had to spend a lot of money in that game.
Pay to win, like most mobile games.
Basically, it was a pay to win, but with Gears, and there's also, it's like, as much as the Coalition are good, in this I've been talking to VJ a lot. He's not on tonight because he couldn't make it, but he said that when you read the official statement, it doesn't scream to you that they're actually working on a mainline Gears game at all. It doesn't say anything. He says we're working on multiple projects. Because there's been a big thing out there. I mean, this is a bit out there, but what if the next
working on Halo?
Game, no, but what if the main they have been for years? This is what surprised me when people said, "Oh, well, they're working on Halo." I'm like, "Wow, they already have. They've already helped 343 for many years. That's what they do. They don't help, as far as I know. Coalition only help 343, and they have done for quite a number of years. It's only a couple. It's minor role. It's nothing major. It's not like half the studio has gone to help on Halo Infinite. It's not. But what if? What now? This is the chat's going to eat me alive now. What if Bethesda is working on the next new Gears?
I doubt that.
Start building progress. I think they've got too many things in their own pocket to worry about Gears.
I think
they've only got 2. They've not got that many games to make. Really?
When I say but the complexity of those games aren't, they're not going to be. They're going to be putting their all into those titles. I think they're going to be really pushing themselves. I think, to be honest with you, if anything, as you rightly said, I think it does sound like Gears is doing. Well, they said the first DLC, so that would suggest to me that they're going to maybe do another Hive Busters like or esque DLC drop at some point, and they'll probably have a small team. Well, he did say in the statement they're first, and they did say, what will this mean for Gears 5? They did say the content is still coming. Because I would say, why would you say first?
Yeah, but when they mean content, they mean so basically the next 2 operations will have some new maps, and they're connected to the DLCs. What they're talking about, and they're connected to the operations. They're not actual DLCs. They're like when they say content, it's often not actually DLC, like story campaign. Very rarely.
But you
Stubbs.
don't know.
Sorry, check out Crispy Bomb's comment.
Yes, you hear Gears, Crispy Bomb. Yeah, you do.
Sorry, carry on.
I know that's why. Yeah.
But I mean, it sounds to me if they're going to start messing around, as you quite rightly said, if they're going to be messing around with the Unreal 5, it would make sense to produce a smaller title, and I'll use a very bad example: Gears card game or something like that.
Oh God! No.
It's actually been suggested by some content creators that it could possibly be, like big team battle on Halo, but more of a like Gears style. So to release like Gears Battle Royale or the infamous, and they know we want it, and I'm sure Mr. Crispy Bomb will agree. Just release the Phoenix collection and keep people happy until the mainline game comes out. That will keep people happy.
I'm talking about the actual Unreal 5 aspect to it. I suspect if they're going to do something, they could do, as you rightly said, they could either do a card, they'll try and do something within the Gears, but maybe a smaller version. So maybe a multiplayer-esque sort of game, just to, as you said, to test the waters of how this engine works. Maybe set in the Gears, lore. Anything like that, just to try and teach the waters, because as you said, you don't know you don't know where you're going to fail, you don't know what the problems are until you start messing around with it. And until you start pushing, and you don't want to push too hard, because then you cause yourself even bigger problems further down the line. So a smaller little title where maybe they try and push particular things and see if it breaks. We'll see what breaks.
But I wouldn't think a card game would push what they need to push. So.
I think he was joking on the card game front.
Well, honestly, the reason why I mentioned card game, because let's face it, you could do things the way these days is you could do a card game with 3D, and then it could be like a tactical 3D blend with cards in it. It could be a variety. Anything at this stage to really just kind of push the Unreal Engine in some format. That's what I was trying to think of. I used the card game hyperbolically, to be honest with you. But anything small enough in that kind of zone, just to really kind of dip their toes in, but dip their toes in to see really where the problems lie into this system.
Now, basically, they're switching from Unreal 4 to 5, right?
Yep.
Yep.
So even though there's going to be differences, there's also going to be a lot of similarities, because I've programmed, and when they change versions, yes, there's differences, there's new tools and stuff, but it's not like learning a whole new from scratch, No,
but it's normally a case of, and as you well know, what breaks.
Yeah.
Exactly. They also
update breaks something else that you don't know about.
Right.
Because the coalition are so good, though, they will want to take their time to learn every nook and cranny of a system. They won't rush into it. They need to learn it. They're not... Because my belief is, the reason why I've made statements of you won't see a mainline Gears till 24, 25 is, everyone under the sun keeps, there's so many Xbox games coming. All these exclusives. They're all coming. There's loads of them. So they don't need to rely on Gears anymore. Build Gears properly. Give it a lot longer. Like Gears 5 should have had a lot longer in the oven. That game should have. And let these other games that they keep talking about do the work. And let Gears, like Halo Infinite, had about 5 years in production. It's supposed to be coming out this year. Let Gears have that.
They've had that. They've had part of that. They're not starting today. They didn't go, here's the announcement. We're starting from scratch today, Gears. Okay, where's the script? We need the script. That's going to take a year and a half. Okay, now we need the storyboard. That's going to take a year and a half. No, dude. A lot of the work is already done. Okay,
Yeah,
so I'm thinking
I didn't
2023. 2023. At the end of 2023. No way 2025.
That seems a little far out. I think I'm going to agree with Cerebral on this one. In my head, 2023.
2023 would be the earliest then.
Yeah,
Okay.
earliest.
Yes,
Absolutely.
yeah. I think that's a much more. Yeah, I would say.
Saying that,
2023
though,
early.
I've got to be honest. From what I've heard, the Coalition as a running studio are far better than what 343 are.
Yeah.
You know, they are. Seems to be no end of problems at 343 with management and shit like that.
Well, yeah.
But yeah,
that
you're
causes
probably right.
issues, yeah. Well, and then
But yeah,
the whole thing about
2023.
not seeing anything at E3 this year is because they don't have anything to show.
Yeah. But
because
at least they
are
confirmed
starting-
that.
Yeah,
You know, they confirmed that, didn't they?
I think they were trying, but they knew they weren't going to make it. That's why they waited so long to make the announcement.
I think that statement itself sounds like after what people have seen, after what has happened with false promises or bad reveals or just dodgy trailers. It's like, no, don't take the
Yeah,
risk.
it's
A
better
lot
to-
of people are backing off now, going,
Yeah, it's better just to
Nope.
hold it back. It's better just to hold it back till either later in the year or next year.
yeah,
Is-
make the statement, we're not going to do it.
Godzilla has put it will be the Coalition's customizations that will take the longest to migrate to UE5, I think. I think
Right.
he works in software, so I think he kind of knows what he's on about to Godzilla.
Animated will probably have to be good in this one. He's got a good technical brain.
Wake him up.
I don't know. It's one of those I've got to agree, but also we don't know how long they've been playing with Unreal Engine 5. Just because they've announced it like yesterday, they may have already had a team of said individuals, they're experts in the field, already pissing around with it for a year. We just don't know. None of us will know. That's the thing. And we don't know who else within the Microsoft camp has played with Unreal Engine 5.
I agree.
And-
Do you know what I mean?
believe.
Yep. And because
believe
they've been
they-
doing work, real quick,
Yeah.
because they've been doing work from home for a year, they could be like animated. Well, I'm just sitting here doing nothing. Let me think around with this. Well, I mean,
Oh,
Well,
they-
that's interesting. Crispy seems to think that Hive Buses has Unreal Engine 5 assets. Now, I could believe that based off the
yeah,
graphical.
given what we saw,
what he
given what we
pushed out.
saw,
Probably, yeah.
But that would really explain why Hive Buses graphically kicked fucking Gears 5's main campaign's arse in graphics, boys. But yeah, he could be definitely right on that front.
Let me just take you back a little while to that round table that they had with the Bethesda announcement, where they were talking about the meetings they had where they have the best of the best all sat round saying, well, you could do this with this game, you could do that with that game. The wealth of experience within Bethesda and, in fact, the Microsoft camp and all their 23 different studios, if they just share the knowledge amongst themselves like they do,
yeah,
who knows how quick they could sort of get round to being experts in the field and share the knowledge, and we just don't know.
See, Crispy and I have been speaking
yeah.
the same truth. I want to notice Crispy Bomb and I have been speaking the same truth. I don't know if that's good or bad, depending on how you look at Crispy, but
It's very true. It's very true. So yeah, we just don't know. That's the long and short of it. We don't know what they've been doing in the background. They're not going to tell us because they don't want to raise expectation. I mean, look, as soon as they announce, Operation 7's coming, and some people lose their shit, and I can't blame them because they're massive fans of the series. but they're not going to say, "Guess what, guys? We've been working on Unreal Engine for the last Unreal Engine 5 for the last 8 months." Everyone's going to be like, "Oh, the game's coming out now," and they're not pressured to tell you
Yeah.
the unbelievable truth, are they? That's the long and short of it.
Yep. And like I said, they waited till a month out to announce that they weren't going to beat E3. I think they honestly wanted to show something, but they know that nothing's ready for prime time yet. So they're making the proper decision to go, nope, we're good.
I think there's, obviously, as we said, I think there's a bit of a what's happened in the last year has played heavily on that as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
Got to agree.
My short take on this project is, back from the start of the topic, I don't think that anyone else is going to be touching Gears. I think it's all going to be a coalition of the pros at that game. They're doing absolutely amazing work, and I don't think anyone else will touch it. I do hope that there is a Gears 6 in production, and it'll be hopefully here before 2023. I reckon it will be around there, late 22, early 2023. Maybe, I don't know, whenever.
I don't think we'll see a mainline Gears that early. I think it'll be Christmas 2023.
Yeah, somewhere around there probably.
Because it's like, if you haven't played the game, they will. Gears 6 has probably been in production for about a year already.
Oh, no doubt.
If you read it, there's a big interview with IGN, and I don't know how many of you lot actually. Animator's not completed Gears 5, has he?
No, not yet.
So I won't talk about what I was about to talk about. Mm-hmm. But there's an interview where they
hang on, go.
Right. What you're basically saying is about the
anime is an absolute arse. I always based it back.
So in that interview, they kind of talked about stuff for future Gears. So, so they would have had a plan before when they finished Gears 5. They would have known how Gears 6 would have started. If not, they could have even had the whole story written. When they finished it.
I think they've already had the whole story.
Because I'm not going to say, but there's parts of the way the game is, and they explain how that's going to go forward in Gears 6.
Oh, they definitely have like probably a Gears Bible that at least gives the base backbone of the story. This has got to happen here. This has got to happen here.
Do you know? I reckon
as long as there's a car mine, I'm happy. That's what I want to know. Is there a car mine in 6?
It's always a car mine. Always.
If there isn't a car mine, I will lose my shit. Okay, there is. I'm just going to say it now. No car mine in 6. That's it. You'll see me throw the controller.
So when you say that, be careful of what you say because of animated tushi. Whatever you're about to say,
you're all right. You're all right. It's okay.
Right. Yeah. Basically, what I think they're going to do at the start of Gear 6, I think they're going to kill off the other character to make the story continue, just so they can do like 2 separate stories at the start.
Right. So, just because you've just done that, so say you said both characters, not naming names.
No.
They're going to do like what's called dark memories, so you can still play that character's visions, and you'll be playing them in the game. So whatever way it goes, they will choose canon. They will choose who they want to, as you've already said, live. And the coalition will choose that you won't. Right. So it eliminates them having to make 2 versions of Gear 6. I will send you the article after, and you can read it. And it's not dark. There's a name they've got for it, and it basically you can still tell their stories even though they got killed. Obviously, what Tushi's just revealed. That's kind of what they were talking about. So it tells you that they already knew what they were doing. But it is interesting.
It's just like when somebody writes a book, like when Stephen King writes a book, he has the base story in his head. Then he just kind of fills out the plots in between the main points. And yes, sometimes those change while he's writing, but he's got the basic idea.
Yeah, here's the beginning, here's the ending. Now, how do I get people from beginning to the ending?
Correct.
That may very well...
Coalition.
Yep.
I bet Coalition want to be... I bet they would, because Unreal 5 would be new out. I bet they're gunning to be, how Gears 1 was the showpiece of Unreal. I bet the Coalition are gunning to be the showpiece of Unreal Gears 5, the best looking Unreal, if possible.
Well,
yeah.
I hope so. Let's
I also believe another studio that's probably also got a version of the Unreal 5 engine, and that would be none other than Ninja Theory. I bet they've already got it. They won't say they've got it, but I bet they've already got it.
They actually say that in their statement, Stubbs.
Yeah.
Did
that
they?
you read out.
Okay.
It says Gears of War has always been at the front of Unreal Engine development as a breakout 720 title for 360. Yep. So they actually intonated that in their statement that they want to be one of the first out there with it.
See, now there you go. That makes my suggestion even more. They all spend as long as they can to make this game then.
No, but it also might back up what you said about they possibly used some Gears, some Unreal Engine 5 in assets in Hive Busters, because it means they're already using the tools. Means they're already using the tools and have.
Well, that came from Crispy Bomb, so yeah. Well, yeah. But that would explain why the graphics in Hive, because I couldn't work it out how the graphics were so much better, and that's obviously it.
That may have been their smaller project to get their feet wet.
It might be, but imagine that times 10 or more. Yeah. You know.
Nice.
But yeah, it's exciting times. It is. It is.
So you back on the Gears bandwagon now? Because for those who don't know, Stubbs flip-flops between loving Gears, almost like a tattoo of Gears on his bum, to never talking about Gears again, probably on a daily basis in the DMs.
I haven't played Gears in weeks, though, but this new operation, it is looking good. They've changed a lot of stuff. They've even brought leaderboards back. They've brought loads of stuff back and points to doing the point systems differently.
You said that surely doesn't interest me.
Yeah.
You did say that. Now I'm not interested. Now he's like, the new one's coming.
I might start playing it again. I might.
Apparently, Prophet wants to shoot me in the face because he says, "Oh yeah, Paul, we're playing Cold War together one day." So there's going to be a lot of Paul getting shot in the face. I'm pretty sure.
Prophet, come on. Prophet wants to play Gears against you. I know Prophet's not very good at Gears, apparently.
They say that.
Everyone says that, and then it turns out, oh look, level 312. Oh, really? You're not good.
Yeah.
Is that wall bouncing I see? Nice.
Well, it's the gaming lol. Yeah, I had a gaming lol indie gamer where I was just trying loads of different games, and I just couldn't get into anything. And no matter what it was, I kept trying games. I couldn't. And then I thought I'll go back to Yakuza. And there was a certain mission in the game. I fucking couldn't work it out. I was walking around, some guy's clearing his office out, Couldn't work it out. I thought, fuck it, I'm going to go on YouTube. I was walking around for hours. It told you to walk about. Okay, it turns out there's a message in the pager. Oh, office is cleared. So I've been walking around for hours in this game. And that's why I left the game. I thought, I can't do it. And,
which Yakuza is this, Stubbs? Is this Zero?
Yakuza 0.
Yeah.
Yeah. But now I'm back into Yakuza 0, loving it. I am. But yeah, I just tried loads of games and I just couldn't find that. And I did have a lull. But then I thought, I don't like to go and cheat on games, but I thought it was only like to find out how to get on to the next mission. I didn't realise there was a page bit where they paid you, and it was in there. And then, the office is clear.
So the tutorials, did you? You didn't listen or watch the tutorials.
I did. I didn't see that.
Because Yakuza is well known for saying, big flashing sign, this is what you need to look at should this happen.
I probably missed that one thing about the page.
They also have.
You probably fell asleep 2 hours into the tutorial.
Yeah, they also have a habit of showing you lots and lots early on, and then just letting you run with it. True. So if you do forget what you're doing, you've got, especially if you've had say a week off from it, you go, what button was that? I've always got to go back to the tutorials and the menus and go, oh yeah, I remember now. Especially with things because they hit you with the tutorials so quickly. I like games that sometimes build up a little bit and you get used to the buttons and stuff. No, not with Yakuza. It's like, this is how you play. Go.
Well, and the problem is because of the way Yakuza runs. After you've seen the tutorial, it may be 6 or 7 hours before you get to the part where you need that.
Yeah,
It's like,
this is very true. Yeah,
Yeah, I see what you mean though with that game. It's like because when you go into that hallway, you start learning those fights straight away, don't you? With the different buttons to press, and then you go and do the karaoke just after, don't you?
yeah.
It's weird because Yakuza, right? It's a game
button
where
bashing.
you have to read transcripting, but I actually like it. You don't hear them. You actually have to read it, but it's interesting. The stories are, but it's a different culture. There is some weird bits in it, but it's different. It's a different culture to us. That's all, you know. But it's fun so far. I just got stuck for ages and stopped playing it. I thought I'll try and find a new game. I just couldn't find anything. I've just gone back to Yakuza 0, so I'll be playing through that. I will.
and for me, as much as I want to like the Yakuza games, I like the stories. I don't like the watch the story, fight for 3 minutes, watch the story.
Some of them fight scenes are not easy.
No, they're not. But if they're so few and far between, it's like, oh, come on.
That big dude, the big dude that walks about. I'll watch for him. I run away from him. No way.
Is that the one that takes your money if you lose?
Yes, the big dude.
Yeah.
Yes. I look out for him. I don't want to go past him.
And run away.
This is what I think for you, Cerebral, Yakuza Like a Dragon will be a much better game.
I've heard that it's different enough that it's a little quicker.
It is. It's also easier in terms of controls. It's a much easier. It's almost like button press. It's strategic. So it's like you've got people attacking you. Right. I'll open this little menu. Which power move I'm going to do? Press that button, and they do it automatically. And the action's consistent. It is much more. You turn around a corner. You've been attacked. Walk around another corner. You've been attacked. Go to the toilet. You've been attacked. So I think if you're up for action, but don't get me wrong, it still has the Yakuza story where it's like, right, and now we're going to have some dialogue 6 hours later. So it is still there. But if you want more action, Yakuza Like a Dragon probably, and also good for controls as well. Accessibility wise, I think would be good for you.
My attitude is if the controller goes dead between action sequences, if it times out, the story is too long at that point. If it's actually sat there, you've stared at it for 10 minutes while the controller goes dead, it's like, okay, we need to shorten that.
There is a skip button on Yakuza as well, so you can just go flick.
Oh, I know. I do. Yeah, I know.
Just before I was going to ask, Yakuza Like a Dragon. I want to play anyway because I do like the Yakuza's what I've played. Is it more turn based or because you've got more? There's more than one character, isn't there? There's more than one.
Yeah, so you're in a group and but generally you walk along a street and you'll get attacked by another group, and it will have 4 characters, and you can't control which you basically go character, choose an attack. Choose a person you're going to attack, they attack it. Then there's next person in your group. And you'll do that 3 or 4 times, depending on the numbers of your group, and then they will attack you. And then it's repeat. It is much more of a tactical aspect to it, but it's also got that wacky, crazy style as well. So the attacks are, I'm going to call someone in a diaper to attack you. Yeah. There we go.
Apparently, on some... obviously, it was on a Japanese website. Someone leaked on Twitter that apparently Yakuza Like a Dragon sold really well.
Yes.
I don't know how many because I couldn't read it. It's in Japanese.
Sega. Yeah. It's one of the leading Sega games at this current stage.
Yeah, it is. The top one.
And I think it has something to do with the fact a bit like Monster World was for Capcom. This is Sega's Capcom game, where it's for some reason it's hit a whole load of new people that generally wouldn't go near the Yakuzas or something like that,
Well,
I'm one of them.
Yeah, the protagonist in Like a Dragon is a Westerner, right? Correct.
He's got a much more West. No, he isn't a Westerner, but he's much more. He's got much more Westerner style, if that makes sense. Right. So he's an orphan. Effectively, but I would say he's got a much more Western visual style rather than your traditional Eastern
Right. He doesn't look like your slick back hair, Yakuza.
No, yeah, they have kind of made him look a little crazy, a little, out there in that regards. Yeah, to be fair, if you looked at it, just glanced at him, you wouldn't think he was from the Eastern or Asian background. But yeah, no, he is of that character. But I think he's an orphan as well, so I don't know whether or not he has got like a previous background history elsewhere.
What was this?
Thank you for
Didn't they
that.
say it was the most selling because it was multi-platform as well or something? Because all the Yakuzas,
yes.
because all the there's been a lot of hype regarding Yakuza because they've all flooded Game Pass, haven't they? The last
Game Pass.
last 6
Yeah.
months.
Yep.
Yeah, except for Like a Dragon. Yeah, that's the last.
Yeah, it's like all we heard is Yakuza, all these the remakes and stuff, and you had loads in there.
Yeah, Judgment's
Well,
not
if
in
you-
Game Pass.
No, and the original Judgment and this new Judgment is we don't know if the new Judgment is, because I was talking to VJ about this. I was hoping they're going to do a bundle because I've never played the original Judgment, but after seeing the trailer for the second Judgment, which looks bloody amazing,
Looks good, doesn't it?
I'm just like, wow, this is a good game. I'm hoping they do a bundle so I can then do exactly what Tushi's doing now with Resident Evil 7. Play both.
I bet you didn't shit your pants though.
There was some jump scares, I must admit. Joshua, I've paused it about 2 hours in. I need to get back to it.
The first time that game made me jump. When you're in the house and you go and there's like you have to go in this water and go under some like girders, don't you, underneath, and all them fucking bubbles come up. It made me fucking jump. That did.
You should be used to that in the bath.
Yeah, you saw that video, didn't you?
Yes, I believe we all did, Tushy.
We did, yeah. And you can't moan after seeing what you sent back, you dirty sod.
I was just messing around. I didn't fart in the bath and record it. Come on.
So me and Eminette either in the bath together. That's all in the DMs.
Honestly,
Wow.
you two video chatting in the bath. There's love there. There's love.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and I sent
OnlyFans.
Then I sent a video of a bubble display. It was impressive. Anyway, change the subject.
Please, and
And moving
Next
straight on to
topic,
the next topic.
Yeah.
Which
Good
has nothing to
segue,
do with
Tushy.
bubbles.
Good segue.
Yeah.
Now you know why they
So-
call me Tushy.
I didn't know if any of you lot have got any. If you haven't, we'll just do a different topic. If any of you have got any updated E3 predictions, with it getting closer or not, you don't have to all go through it if it's the same
Gear
as
6.
before or not. Well, I can confirm that's not going to be. I was right. I haven't really got any predictions. I didn't know if you guys had any.
Nope.
Or the same as before. Got.
I have
Didn't know if you wanted to.
a theory, and this is because after what I'm seeing with Scarlet Nexus, Judgment, there's a lot more. I'll get it right. Eastern games being on the horizon. I'm wondering whether or not there's going to be a slew of Eastern titles being showcased off. With all the stuff that's coming out recently, maybe that might happen. Maybe here's a whole swathe of Eastern games that are going to hit the Xbox.
You could be right. Yeah, it's becoming more popular, isn't they?
You've got the whole Yakuza, you've got Scarlet Nexus, you've got Judgment, you've got a lot of JRPs coming in.
That's a
You
lot of
think
Game
about
Pass
that?
advertisement.
Yeah, and you think about that. What, about 2 years ago, we barely had anything from the Eastern area.
Is this where they're going to announce Persona?
Maybe.
That's what I said.
I
I didn't want to
don't
say
know
it.
I don't know if Sega actually. A lot of their games, although Yakuza was on PlayStation for like 2 decades, wasn't it? I don't think it was actually nailed down as an actual exclusive. I think they just gave it to them. I don't think there was a lot of Japanese companies don't do contracts. They're like, "Oh, we'll be loyal to you." I just think Sega think, "Oh well, Xbox offers some money, we'll go for it." You know, and
I think Game Pass has helped. Yeah, I think Game
oh,
Pass
the
has helped
numbers.
The
numbers.
yeah, they've seen that
the
there's a benefit there. Yeah, after the, I think, to be honest with you, if my hand and my heart, I would think after seeing what the interest in the Yakuza titles brought across the social media sites, I think that kind of woke a few companies up and going, oh, okay, there could be a bit of money here. And maybe I think that helped. I think Game Pass.
It's not a bad prediction. Yeah.
I think your prediction, animated, could be right as well. They've seen a lot of interest now, haven't they? They are.
I have another.
Ooh.
Psychonauts 2 drops while they're on the stage. It says it's available now.
That would be cool.
I'm looking forward to that, you know.
I could see that happening. Yeah.
Yeah. So they're going to show gameplay of Psychonauts 2 and say, right, it's now available in Game Pass right now.
So they usually do something like that, don't they? And it's available now, don't they?
Yep. I think it's going to be Psychonauts 2 this time out.
Alongside that would be Flight Simulator as well, I think.
Yeah. Is it ready, do you think?
It should
be. Summer this year, I believe. I think so. It's supposed to be summer this year.
It was first touted for summer, yeah. Coincides with June, doesn't it? Late June.
Start of summer,
you've played the Flight Simulator. Am I correct in how the Flight Simulator game works? Is that you get the basic package, but if you want the high detailed areas, and this is not the world, just certain areas like San Francisco, you want the high detailed 4K package or whatever it is, you have to download that individual package.
No,
so
there is
some of them, and they are big and they are gigantic.
Well, it is. I think there's a lot of airports that are highly textured anyway. It's just some of the popular ones. I think, like for example, in UK Heathrow Airport, I think it's a bit blurry. I've not flew from there yet, because every time I've gone on, it's been nighttime. So I always fly over in America where it's still daytime.
It's Heathrow. It's foggy anyway.
It's a shithole.
But I thought they were saying that because of the data files, as Cerebral was like, they're so huge.
Yeah,
it's ridiculous.
To give you the whole world at 4K, you'd need something like 128 terabytes worth of bloody storage or something stupid like that.
The size of the game,
you can choose. You go on.
The size of everything is 200 petabytes or petabytes, whatever you call it, which is what 200,000 terabyte. That's the streamable data that comes from the servers.
Yep.
But
wow,
it's massive. The game is,
and that's not included that's not included the high textures, is it?
Right, like
because those high textures are sat on your hard drive.
The first one they did last year was Japanese, the Japan.
The Japan one, yeah. But the thing is, there's that many airports to fly from. I don't think I'll ever end up buying another airport package or anything.
Yeah, even the non-high textured 4K stuff looks nice. I mean,
with it being such a slow kind of game, will it run at 30? Because I can't imagine the Series S will run it at 60.
No, the way I see it, right. Because it's been announced as Flight Sim is going to be announced on Xbox Series X as 4K. I think at 4K it's going to run at 30.
Yeah. Okay.
Currently, I
reckon Series S will be 1440.
I reckon it'll be 1080 30. That's what I think.
Yeah.
And I think the Xbox Series X will be 4K 30. That's what I think. I can run it at 1440 at 30 frames. If I put that's on high settings, if I have on ultra, it gets about 15 and it's janky as hell.
Yep.
And you've got a powerful machine.
And my laptop is literally on turbo at 5.1 gigahertz and it's screaming like hell.
Jesus.
I'm getting 30 frames.
hit a very good a good message. Well, he's mentioned something that's kind of clicked in my head. He said we're going to need a bigger hard drive, and I've just realised. Well, you're not, because are the assets? I think the assets are going to be stored on the internal hard drive, SSD. No, the ones the download package data, so you can download the high res 4K packages of a particular area. I don't think you'll be able to run them on the standard external hard drive. I think that'll be an internal.
No, it'll be internal only. That will.
So
the Series S has got no chance.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's
I struggle now. I really struggle with it. Memory for the Series S, as much as I love, it's a beautiful little machine. It's powerful as hell, but memory is shit.
Paul,
I'm not, I'm not
1 terabyte. Sorry.
Yeah, exactly. The amount of times I've got to swap and change, and we're going to play this. Like, I've got to download it. We're going to play this. I've got to download it. Luckily, I've got a decent connection. I can kind of keep up a little bit, but it's the same. As soon as I put, say, if I have a weekend of Gears 5 and Master Chief Collection, that's me done. That's it. Every other game has to fuck off. That's the thing.
You're on the community night. It must be a nightmare for you. It's like there you go. Just Jesus Christ! And I have one game that works from the external hard drive. Tushi.
Well, no, because even then I still move it over. It's just as long as I get enough notification, I'll just it's Saturday morning. It's like, what we're playing today? Oh shit! I've got to download Master Chief Collection again.
It's
120. Yeah, there's 120. Yeah. Last Saturday, I think I realised I hadn't done my download. It was it's about 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock in the morning. I rang my son up. I said, just do us a favour, go downstairs and download this game, will you?
Well, I turned up when I turned the party live for Community Game Night last week. I didn't even have Battlefield installed. I don't know where it got. I must have deleted it somehow.
Yeah, but with the way your internet is, it's like, oh, it's loaded. I've downloaded it now. There you go. Done it.
Paul, just to clarify, is Flight Sim, was it 137 gig or is it 160 something? I can't remember.
I don't remember. Give me a minute, I'll look it up.
I think it was about 137, something around there. So who was it who just said it in there? Infinite put it's bigger than COD, which it is.
Well, there's a lot more to it than COD too.
But personally, I think with Flight Sim, I think it's going to be one of them games where everyone's going to download it, try it, give it a little go, and then they'll probably end up deleting it or something. Yeah, just fly over the house or crash into the ex-wife's house or something, or something like that. Oh, Infinite's 188 gig. Jesus.
Well, that's about Call of Duty size, isn't it?
Imagine it with the with all the DLC and stuff as well. Jesus.
You just I think if I remember correctly, someone was saying to me for San Francisco, it was around for the high res pack was around something like 60 gig for just San Francisco, and you're like,
wow.
Yep.
It's so you can imagine if you wanted to just even download the high res packs for every county in the USA, you're gonna need probably an 8 terabyte. And as you said, it can only run from the internal hard drive. That ain't happening.
Yeah,
no, it ain't. Thanks
yep,
for stopping
the base install is 127, but then with the additional assets, it's a lot more than that. Because remember when I downloaded the Japanese assets, they were gigantic.
Okay. Welcome, Boogeyman. Thanks for stopping by.
Did I hear you correctly, Cerebral, that you like to download large Japanese assets?
Oh, stop it.
Big pair of boobies.
Welcome, all airtime. Thanks for stopping by.
Right, so what's the next topic?
Have you got any games you'd love to see FPS boosted? Or any games you'd like to come on? I don't know if they're still doing backwards compatibility games, still doing them, but you got any you'd like to see?
Come on, someone Someone say
Battle
Red Dead
Rush.
2.
Yes. Red Dead, GTA 5.
Not going to happen.
Fortnite.
Wait a minute, wasn't GTA 5 FPS boosted? No?
No.
Oh,
Microsoft
gonna
put a
happen.
lock on it, didn't they?
Not going to happen.
They're selling you it again, and that's why they're doing that
Yeah,
thing with
that's
PS5
exactly,
first, making you buy it
exactly
again.
the same as what they're going to do with Red Dead 2. They're going to say, because Microsoft stances will ask the publisher, whoever, first, and if they say no, then it's a no, and they're going to want to sell you that bitch again. They really are. They're probably working on Red Dead 2 right now because it's an easy win.
It's great, and everyone says it's free, but I bet there are certain companies that say, you won't hear about this. It's to say to Microsoft, you can boost it if you give us some money. Well, I bet Microsoft pay it. It's not all free. It's like backwards compatibility. You always needed permission, and it wasn't always free. Everyone thinks it's all free. It is to us, the customer. I bet Microsoft is changing. Money is changing hands. Assassin Looper said, Alice Madness. She'd like to see.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Is
I
that
would
the
like
one
to
by
see
EA?
And Blur.
Yeah, it is,
EA. Alice Madness is EA. Yeah.
Trying to think what else we've been
Stay-
playing lately. Generation Zero. I'd like that one FPS boosted. I've been playing that a lot lately,
Okay.
which is an open world survival game set in the 80s against robots that took over the world. Which is
Now,
quite
personally,
interesting.
I'd like to see the original Red Dead because I have, that'd be nice if they brought that.
the
to-
original, yeah, the original.
Yeah.
Mm.
Give that a graphics
And-
upgrade. Give it a FPS boost, a little HDR. Ooh, nice.
And it's DLC.
Yeah.
It had a great DLC.
Indy says Dirt 2 backwards compatible.
Dirt 2. Any of the Dirt games, in honesty, because Dirt 5 runs absolutely brilliant, doesn't it? When you put it in frame rate mode, it does look, well, it doesn't look amazing. It's Dirt, but
Yeah.
it is such a great game. It just buttery smooth. But I don't think I played Generation Zero though, Tush.
It's good.
Is that the one you said?
Yeah.
What was the one? What was the 360 game that was like a FPS, first person? You went round trying to be a detective, but also it was quite dark. Oh my god! It was first person.
First person.
Yeah, first. It was one of the very first dark detective games. And you were walking around.
Well, I was going to shout out Max Payne. In fairness, that's where I was going to go.
Max Payne, without a doubt. But it's a first-person one. I can't think what it's called now. Jesus Christ, my brain is gone. Really has gone. It was actually mentioned on Twitter, and it's one of those singular words.
Crispy Bomb says LA Noire, but I don't think you mean that one, do you?
No, it was a first-person. It was a 360 game, first-person game, and you was a detective, and it was quite dark and broody and pretty. That's going to annoy the hell out of me.
Bug next.
It's all airtime in the chat.
Escape from Butcher Bay. Good.
Yeah, that's what I cooed at. Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, one more I'd like to have as well is Breakpoint and Wildlands. I'd like them to get a nice boost as well.
Oh, those would be nice. Yeah.
Especially Breakpoint. I completed it, but there's still loads more I could do on that game.
There's always more to do on that
Yep.
game.
Agree with Looper the Arkham games.
Yes.
Those fights would look amazing a bit faster.
Yep.
Deus Ex, another good one. But
I never played that.
they're good, if not a little slow. So the controls in the first remake of Deus Ex felt a little bit. They left a little bit wanting. The second one was better, but the first one, the controls were a little bit. But the story's good. So if you've never played it, you're like, I think because you're really into the cyberpunk thing, Tushy. I think you would like Deus Ex.
I had Deus Ex, but was it Jesus? 1996 maybe? There was
The
an
newer
old
ones
one,
are a lot better. The newer ones are a lot
I had the
better.
old one on PC years ago.
Condemned.
Condemned. I used to love that.
Condemned.
That was the one I was looking at. Condemned. Yep.
That was.
Oh,
I remember
shit.
that. That's yeah. Remember that.
Ooh.
I've never
Condemned
heard
was
it.
good.
I've never
Yeah,
heard it.
Shizno, at least put Breakpoint is already runs at 60. They made it Gen 9 aware. So
Ooh.
I don't know. I thought it was when it fixed. It felt quite janky at times, especially in the fights and stuff. But I haven't
Shizno
played it
says-
since. But I haven't played it for 6 months or so.
I didn't play Breakpoint. I played Wildlands, but not Breakpoint.
I 100%ed Wildlands. Everything, every collectible and everything.
Is this one of these online only games?
Nope.
Nope.
Wildlands is
okay.
offline.
Oh,
Wildlands
Yeah,
is like
it's
it's basically
Yeah.
the Division, but in the jungle, basically.
Ghost
there
Recon.
was there was a Wildlands that was online only. I remember it. Might not be the same game though, but it was made by Ubisoft.
I don't know.
It was about 2 years ago, or a year ago, 2 years ago, something like that. 3 years ago, I can't remember.
Wildlands
Might have been
took me.
Wildlands Breakpoint. It might have been.
Wildlands took me. I think it was 200 hours to do the campaign on that. Somewhere around there. I loved it.
All the Splinter Cell games.
Yeah.
Ooh. No, they need a bloody remake. They do.
I think that's why I led into that one, because I knew someone would ask for it. It's like, yeah, you need I would say a remake, either a remaster or maybe a remake, or a sequel with the original voice actor.
Yeah.
Because
He's long gone now, isn't he?
She's now saying Alpha Protocol as well, just to highlight that one.
I never played that.
Black's good. Actually, didn't someone say Black was boosted?
I don't know.
I think
There's
Black
Ghost
is
Warrior,
boosted.
Sniper Elites, Assassin says. Dragon Wolf says Fear, All Airtime says Ghost Runner if it hasn't already been boosted.
Ghost Runner, that's that new game, isn't it? It looks good, that does.
It does. Assassin's
Have they-
Creed, which is
have-
more
have
of the
they
Assassin's
boosted-
Creed games.
Have they boosted any really old 360 games? Or any 360 games? I know the old ones are, but any of the older ones, like stuff like Cameo, things like that, are they?
I
I
think
don't know.
Cameo's at 60. I think it is.
I was just wondering because I've not played them for such a long time, but all great games.
I know for a fact Sleeping Dogs is, and I from the 360 era one is, and I'm pretty sure there is a good chunk of 360 games that has been boosted. Panzer Dragoon, that's been boosted.
See, I didn't I'm with Shizno. I didn't think any 360s had been actually FPS boosted. I thought it was early Xbox One, but not 360. That was my take on it. Because Sleeping Dogs was actually an Xbox One re-release, wasn't
yes,
it?
You're right. Yes, no, I am. No, you're right there. I'm wrong.
It was a re-release, I believe.
I'll let's see if I can have a look. See if there's any 360 boosted games.
I don't think there is, because they would need a not just frame rate. They would need a sort of a graphical uplift as well. Some of them.
Right. Okay. I've just had a quick look, and on Games Radar it says Microsoft is still evaluating if FPS Boost can work for 360. So
There you
my
go.
mistake there. Yeah. Yeah. That was in February.
I think that still stands.
Yeah, I'm just trying to see if there is any. I'm trying to look at if there's a more recent one. Say if there's any of the 360s. Auto HDR affects older games, but not the
Yeah.
FPS.
Yeah.
That's where I'm probably going wrong there. Yep. So
Yes, that was with same with like Fusion Frenzy, didn't they? They've done a HDR on Fusion, but they haven't done FPS boost or anything. But even though that's an old OG Xbox, I don't know.
Well, it's a bit of a weird one because it does say actually on the Xbox website it is stating, it says, get ready for FPS boost, high resolution, auto HDR from Xbox One, Xbox 360, and original Xbox games. So, maybe they're coming.
Sweet. But the thing is, though, what I love about this FPS boost, I've said this before, it feels like you've finally got the hardware to play these games the way they're designed. And we've just been given shit hardware for the last 10, 20 years, whatever. We'd never be able to play these games at the full potential. Now we finally can.
I wouldn't call it shit hardware for the time.
Yeah, I'm talking like the Jaguars cores and stuff on the Xbox One, but you couldn't really run anything at full potential, could you, back then?
I think this hardware we've got now, rather than saying the rest have been a little bit shit, this is the closest we've come to PC ability.
High-end PC, yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. I don't mean it's completely shit. I mean, every time we've always had out-of-date hardware when it's launched, and then this time we've had stuff that's not coming out for fucking 6 months.
Yes, absolutely. I mean,
brilliant. It's
just take a look at the PS5 SSD. There's nothing on the market that can compete with that.
No,
it's a first to have in the console market. Although I think they've overdone it a little bit, but it's brilliant all the same. It's a brilliant piece of engineering.
It's the same, because the consoles have got a lot of stuff now that PC hasn't, like quick resume, for example.
Yep.
And even when loading games off my bloody SSD, which is like a 2000 read-write, it still takes forever to load games sometimes. When you're on the Xbox, it's like, Jesus, it's fucking... The load bar just flies across, doesn't it? And it takes us seconds. Impressive tech. I'm really happy with the Xbox. Really happy with it. But anyway.
Oh, agreed.
Where was we? I can't remember where we was.
Next topic.
Is there another one?
Wait, did I just hear Tushi say we haven't got any topics?
No, it was Stubbs that said that.
Yeah.
We ran out.
Not really what I want to get into.
We can't be.
There was
surely
one, but I don't really want to
get
into that.
Is it what colour underwear you're wearing?
No, just
Yesterday's.
I got told 1 week to only have 2 or 3 topics.
Oh,
So
I didn't go.
Chat have any questions?
Yeah, questions. Oh, while we're looking for questions, I'll just blabber on about my prediction for E3. I think we'll see something about what you call it, State of Decay 3. I think we might see something, even just screenshots of gameplay or something. Or I feel like all eyes are on Microsoft for this E3. I feel they're the centre of that show. That's how I feel. I know there's plenty of people there, but I feel like everyone's going to be all eyes on Microsoft. I think they're going to go all out.
That PlayStation isn't there, is it? That's kind of...
No, I wish there was. It'd be better if all teams were together.
Yeah. I mean, Ratchet and Clank looks amazing.
Yeah, it looks nice.
Really, that does look like a next-gen game. I've been speaking to VJ about that, and he's you know what VJ's like. He goes through and he looks at all the interviews and really goes in depth. And I was like saying, for me, it's like my only concern is it style over substance. I don't think it is, but it does look bloody amazing, that game. It really does look really good, and I think that's going to be a big hit on the old PlayStation.
It will be. It does look good. If I had a PlayStation, a PS5 now, I think I'd pick it up. But I won't get one till probably next year. Maybe the year after, I don't know yet. We'll see.
As PlayStation said, they haven't hinted at any other releases coming soon. Or am I being really just out?
No, you've got...
They've hinted at 25 exclusive games coming to the PS5. They have. Yeah,
but I mean, talk about this year.
Oh no. No,
you've got what's it called? Is Deathloop the first one coming from Bethesda? Is it Deathloop?
It's not delayed.
No,
it's till September. It's coming out.
Yeah, we got delayed till September, I think.
Yeah, because they've had. Hang on, they've had release the Destruction All Stars, the Spider-Man. They've had Demon Souls. Fucking hell. Returnal. They've had Ratchet and Clank's coming next month, and then they've got Deathloop coming later on in the year. I don't know what else that's been announced. There is that Stray. I remember the Cyberpunk with the cat. You remember that one? I thought that looked quite good. That did.
Yeah. What about Horizon Zero Dawn?
I'm not sure.
Late next year. Early next year.
Is Stray a exclusive, or is it a timed exclusive? I think it's timed exclusive.
Probably timed. I don't know.
Yeah, I think it's timed.
But it's a Cyberpunk cat game, isn't it?
Yeah. Speaking on E3 though, does anybody think it's a little bit weird that they've Xbox have said they're going soon after Nintendo said they're going, and then I'm sure it was, I might be calling it out wrong, was it Namco Bandai also said, oh, we're going quite soon after,
isn't it?
It is, yeah, but it's to do with the ESA, isn't it? It's all linked through the organisers, I believe.
Yes, yeah.
So it's through the ESA because obviously Nintendo and Microsoft are big supporters of it. Sony aren't. That's why they've gone. No, fuck it. No, they said that a couple of years back, though, didn't they? They said we can do it without it. I mean, even Nintendo can do it without it. But it's just strange that Namco Bandai have also gone. Yep, we're going straight after those two have announced. I mean, does anybody think that's...
Are you trying to suggest that maybe there is a partnership or some sort of, something?
What do I know? What do I know? I'm just throwing a little question out there, thinking it's a little bit weird that they've gone. Oh, don't forget about us.
Yeah. Out of all of us, Cerebral's Phil Spencer's best friend, so he would be the one to kind of.
Can you possibly give him a ring and just ask him?
Yeah. You've got his number, and you know, wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Oh, Indy's just put Ken of the Bridge Too Far. That looks really good. That does. I'm going to buy that off Epic Store when it's launching in. Is it August? I think. Also, Dragon Ball's put Everwild, but I really hope we see something about that, or even show us what type of game it is. Hopefully.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure they know themselves yet. I feel that's going to be a long way out. That.
You never know. It might be a bloody zoo simulator or something. They've got loads of animals.
Well, what they showed you was what they showed to. It was a trailer to get it greenlit. That's what they showed you.
Yeah.
They didn't really show you anything. Yeah, it did, but it's the kind of trailer they show the company to get games greenlit. That's what they showed you. So you're right. It could be anything. That game could be. But I think animated is correct. I think it could come out halfway in the generation. I think it's a long way away.
Yes.
But I could be wrong. It could be really close as well. Because sometimes they can deceive you by showing you something very early, and then it could be nearly ready, but who knows? Dragon's going to be potentially out soon.
Also, Crispy Bombs put Halo gameplay and story trailer, which and Starfield. I think they will. They're going to show the what they've changed in maybe a comparison video, or just show like an all-out new gameplay trailer of Halo Infinite, which I hope they do.
I don't think they'll do a comparison. So I think they might just
probably not comparison, but they'll just show.
And then go like this, a mic drop moment. Halo Infinite beta live.
Craig with a new hat.
Yeah, didn't the people who made Dead Space, their new game, isn't they said they're going to drop a gameplay something at E3?
I know the game you mean.
We saw the trailer.
Some ex-devs, yeah, with the guy in the prison cell, and then
yes, and I think they're going to drop a new. I think they're either dropping something at E3. I'm sure it was mentioned. So it was back in my head. I'm sure I spotted them saying, "Oh yeah, we'll be dropping something then." because they've showcased off the trailer. That as you said, it was in the actual the spaceship is in the cell. I'm sure it was. I can't think of where I remember. It's one of those things in the back of my head. I'm sure I heard they were going to showcase off something else at E3.
Because although PlayStation ain't at E3, all PlayStation has to do is go live, do their own event. They don't, and it will get millions of views. It will.
Do they
I don't
do
think
it?
they'll do Hellblade 2 gameplay, especially as at the moment they're currently doing sound recording.
Do PlayStation go before or
After.
after? That's the question.
After.
You think?
They'll watch Xbox's show. They always do throughout history.
They'll watch you, wait a week, then release it, then it'll still load the talk from the E3 show. That's what I think will happen.
We know shows like Indy's just said the same. I will go back up again. Where are we? The Guerrilla Collective will be on the 5th and 12th. So there's 2 more great shows for you as well.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Loads of shows about.
How many games do you think will drop at E3, Dragonspot? Well, the last couple of shows there's been around 30 games shown each time, isn't there? Was there 36 at that July show the once? Or something like that.
Do.
So.
I have another question as well. I've just thought of it.
Fire away.
Dun, dun, dun.
Do we get to see what the initiative's working on? Because no one knows what they're doing yet, do they?
Perfect Dark.
Yesterday.
Perfect Dark.
No, it's
Well,
initiative.
announced,
I'm sure there's one that we haven't seen.
Yeah,
I don't know
it's
if they've
not
got 2
just
projects.
One
but
of them.
Yeah, it's not
No,
just
there's-
Perfect Dark.
there's
They
one-
did mention
there's
2
one we
projects.
haven't seen.
I'm pretty glad it's just not Perfect Dark.
No, there's a studio we haven't seen anything from. I'm sure there is. That might not be the
No, I
initiative.
think you're
Compulsion Games or something, or
I can't remember. Someone might help me. There's a studio that we haven't seen anything from. I think from Microsoft.
It is funny how the old Xbox have dropped the. You know how they kept when they announced the initiative studio. It's all quadruple A studio and this and that. And now they don't say quadruple A studio.
Jesus.
Thank
Because
you
they
for
dropped the
speculation.
bollock there.
In Exile, that's what I meant. In Exile, we haven't seen.
Okay.
Yeah, fun speculation. Thank you very much, sir, and welcome.
Welcome
Oh,
from
devolve.
Spectator.
Also, all airtime is
Devolver.
put E3 2019. They showed 60 games,
Jesus.
so I'd expect probably about the
You
same
can,
again.
you can show 60 games to me, any of them are coming out.
It's true.
You know what I mean?
There's some weird
quite
things
easy.
still, like that one. You know,
Have a
I
good
was
all
looking for
airtime.
like that one with the deer with the
Devolver.
glowing nose as a torch. I can't remember the
There
name
you
of it.
go. Devolver, that's a show to watch.
Oh, that's going to be a
Devolver-
great. They
Devolver
always
are
do
always-
fantastic shows.
And
yeah.
they're funny. And I believe
Yeah.
Phil Spencer was on last year in a sketch on there. And it was quite funny, it was. Devolver, they know how to put on
They
shows.
don't
They
take
do.
themselves seriously, and they
They don't, no.
absolutely read the room perfectly, don't they? They always seem to read the room perfectly. It's that blend of offensive humour, as well as taking the mickey out of themselves, as well as taking the mickey out of what's going on at the same time, and it just works. In anything, for me, their shows always brings me. It's like that humorous relief. They're always great for just having a laugh. I
It's great,
always
they
look
are.
forward to them. Yeah.
As Fun Speculation said, Machine Games has got 2 projects. Crispy Bomb said
Yep.
just before that that'd be Wolfenstein and Indiana Jones, won't it?
And we also haven't seen Compulsion Games as either. So there's 2 there that they could surprise us with.
Saying that, Wolfenstein. When was the that last one out? Was it 2018?
19, wasn't it?
Was it 19? Do you know I brought that for the Switch? It runs terrible. Oh god, it's so blurry. The motion blur feels like it's on like 5,000% or something.
Yeah, Mav says that Coalition working on 2 projects. Historically, they always work on 2 projects. They did Gears 4 and they did Gears 5. They always work on 2. You know,
Crispy
I
Bob
don't
has made
think,
a.
you know,
I can't. Crispy Bob's made a point, and do you know what? I've kind of. It does kind of it makes me wonder. He says still want a collab with Bethesda and Obsidian to let's get a new Vegas 2.
Yeah.
I wonder whether or not that was part of the deal.
could be good.
Do you think that was like, look, come across, we'll pay you a fortune, but at the same time, we will also want you and Obsidian to kind of get back together and do something for us?
Stubbs, how would you feel? Like what Fun Speculation was saying there. Like, for example, Gears 5 was out 3 years ago. How would you feel if they announced a trailer for Gears 6 coming out in September this year? Would you be happy? I would. I'll be all over it when that drops. I'm dreaming it, but...
I know they're all different stages, but sometimes when studios put projects, everyone presumes they're working on full production games. Could just be one guy working on the start of a game, or somebody. A lot of these, sometimes the term multiple projects is overblown, because obviously because I know everyone likes to talk about Jeff Grubb, and I think Matt missed it earlier on when Jeff Grubb said that they're working on a smaller title as well, Coalition, to test out the Unreal 5 engine. So it could be they're working on Gears 6 mainline, and they're working on something smaller something smaller, Gears related or whatever, to like one of them, like a passion projects thing, but to start playing with the Unreal 5 engine. That's probably what they do. But September release, no way, Tushi. What you on about?
I know. We discussed earlier, didn't we, that it would be 2023. Yeah. But I was just saying, how would you feel if it came out this year? I'd be blown away.
I would be, yeah.
I know it's not coming out this year, 100% not coming out this year.
But yeah, it'd be good, wouldn't it? It'd be something different. But a lot of the time, when you speak to people that know developers like VJ, I spoke to him. Sometimes they say projects. It doesn't always mean a game. Sometimes developers, because they don't say we're working on multiple games, do they? They just say multiple projects, because some of them are in pre-production, and they're just doing little bits of artwork, and that is defined as a project. Even if there's only
it doesn't even need to be. It doesn't even a project in any sort of business situation, well, in a game situation, doesn't need to be a game. It could be a new way to. It could be a new way to code someone's hand waving. That's a project.
Exactly.
It could be a new anything.
He said it could be anything. The new website, the work. He says studios say multiple projects all the time. He says people don't realise they're not talking about games a lot of the time, and people think they are.
How would you like to have been the guy who worked for CDR Red who said, okay, your job is to make sure the penis enlargement and shrinking works correctly and looks proper.
There you go, multiple projects.
I know there's one game that I think most on the panel, and this is going to be a little bit presumptuous of me, would like to see. Black Myth Wukong.
I don't know what that is.
Is that Chinese game?
That's really good.
Yep, it was the
Chinese game that's coming out.
Yeah.
Is it coming out this year?
We don't know. That's the irony. We've only seen a little bit of that. You saw that trailer, which was used to try and promote, kind of get more people into the team to try and help work on the game, and that's it. It's kind of gone silent. I lied. They did put in a kind of I think it was a second gameplay trailer about 4 or 5 months ago. That one I would love to see the Black Myth where they've got with the Black Myth game, because that does look amazing.
We had a topic on that. One of the topics a few months ago, didn't we? On that game.
It does look good, but it's a small developer. You see, it is a small developer.
Yeah.
But Mav, no, I know they're mostly on about games, but as we all know, you're going to hate me for this. Xbox ain't always as transparent as they may seem. a multiple project doesn't always mean they're working on loads of games. It doesn't mean that. Xbox ain't always transparent, you know. I would hope that that's Gear 6 and they're working on the Phoenix collection. That's what I hope they're doing, but I don't really know. And none of us will until they
get the
actually
full
announce.
Halo treatment.
Well, they deserve it. If the Halo fan base has allowed them a Master Chief collection to hold on to all the legacy titles, multiplayer, why can't Gears have it? Because it's meant to be a first-party main staple franchise for Xbox. Why don't Xbox start to prove it by letting them make Gears 1, 2, 3, and you can have to stick judgment in there. I know Crispy may not agree, but I know all the multiplayers, and then you've given the Gears fans what they want. And if Gears 6 does take a lot longer than people anticipated, there's no reason to moan because there's some games. There's a game on the same premise as Halo Master Chief Collection.
What about Avowed at E3? Because we saw that last year. They showed a little bit of gameplay, a titty bit of gameplay. Do you reckon they could show a bit more?
Probably. Maybe they'll show like a combat system or something, you know, like a.
Because all we saw was the arrows flying over and the hand and sword, wasn't it? That's all we saw.
That's it. Yeah, that's all you saw. That's very much a stylized trailer, to be fair. It'll be good to see that. I must admit, to find out a little bit more about that. Honestly, there is so much at the moment.
Yeah. It's crazy. Crazy amount of projects going on.
Yeah, in a way. You can't moan about it because, you know, we've been moaning about Xbox has no games. So now they have loads of games. You're kind of like trying to, keep up with it all.
I'd love that.
That is actually what I just said, Mav, when I said the Phoenix Collection. So a full remaster of Gears 1 to 3, and obviously stick Judgment in there. And from what Crispy Bomb was saying, that he believes Judgment was the first game developed on the Unreal Engine 4. So yeah, any Gears fan would be happy if they could remaster all of them, put them into one package like they do with Halo. Yes, that would be one project, and Gears 6 would be one project. That would be very, very good. That would be.
That's very true, indie game. There is a lot more out there than what's on the Xbox stage.
Oh, there is. There's tons of developers, there's tons of publishers, there's tons of indie shows that are going to be happening. Devolver will be one that I will be watching. And I'm sure Mr. Indie Game will be covering Devolver. I'm sure he will be on that. Devolver's a very good show. It's always funny. It's always something that'll make you laugh in that show. If you haven't watched it, you can go back and watch it. It's on YouTube. It's Phil Spencer gets involved as well. And I can't remember what he did, but it's quite funny. He was talking, there was some monster in it or something. And I don't know what happened, but it was quite funny. It was.
It's true. Edith Finch 2 will probably end up happening.
Ooh.
Only so much can happen to Edith, okay? I'm just saying, you know.
You can't start the second one till you get the 1,000 gamer score in the first.
I need to go back and finish the 1,000 gamer score. I do.
That's a joke. It's a good internal joke, anyway.
Yeah, you're right. Matt. PlayStation will just do their own event that week, go live on YouTube or however they do it in the same week, and just blow people away. Whatever they got to show. I don't know what they're showing, but people are always impressed by their shows.
They're announcing their new console.
PlayStation 5.5.
Yeah.
PlayStation 5 Pro.
This time it works will be the subheading.
Yes.
God of War. I tell you what, I like the developer Cory Barlog because he winds the fans up all the time. He's like, because he going about God of War Ragnarok, and he keeps saying, "I've never heard of it," and then he keeps saying, "When is the release date?" And he says, "The release date is when it's ready."
Yeah, he does do a good job.
Yeah, he does it all the time. He's quite interactive with them. He just says, because he keeps saying God of War Ragnarok, he goes, "I've never heard of it."
Yeah.
He says it a lot. Even in official tweets, you know, I've never heard of it, you know. But
Looking
he's
forward
honest.
to,
He says the game's ready when it's ready. And that's what all devs should say. It's
Which is
ready.
the
That's
proper-
exactly
when
what.
it's
It's a proper response. Yeah, it's a proper
Exactly.
response. It'll come out when it's ready. If it's not ready,
What?
well, we'll tell you it's not ready.
Yeah.
I do play recently Assassin. I have been playing a lot more games than Twitter, by the way. Since your comments last week, I've tried to. I came off it for a
Stop
few
playing
days.
Twitter.
But I've been back on it, but yeah, I've been playing more games. I have.
What do you think sort of show are they going to provide, though? Do you think it's going to be one of these ones where it's gameplay, trailer, gameplay, 5 minutes worth of conversation, trailer, gameplay, trailer, or is it going to be one of these? We're having a game. It's 5 minutes worth of conversation about stuff we don't really care about. Here's gameplay. Here's another 5 minutes worth of, it's.
Well,
as long as-
How do you think Xbox is going to play?
Twitch host it.
I was gonna say as long as they've learnt from that whole Twitch Let's Play debacle shite they did.
Twitch, you're going to be on the
then
main stage
it was
for all of the developers. Everyone.
no.
It's going to be controlled by
It
Twitch.
was horrible. It was a terribly put together show. It was just
There's no way Indie would cover it.
they can't repeat that. Obviously, they must know that was
Learned the lesson, I
a
reckon.
little poorly put together. The show before that they did was really good. What was the one before that the indie games did do? It wasn't the indie game one. It was the one before that. It was
on about Indie World? No.
it was the one before that, I think.
You know
I was
about
on
the
it.
September
It might
show?
be.
Oh,
No, there
I
was
on that
there was
show.
one
What
just
was
before the
it?
Twitch show.
Oh, what was it? The Future Game Show.
That's the one. Yeah, that was
Very
put
good.
together really well. It was. You could sit there for forever and watch it. It was really good.
But I was good, but I wouldn't say it was good as the previous year. It was very good, but I'd say the previous year was better than that. It was, but but Devolver is also. If you want to go look back and watch what good shows are, go back on look at Devolver Digital on YouTube and watch their show from last year. Excellent and funny.
And what was good about that was that they didn't need an audience.
No.
It felt like they didn't need an audience in any format whatsoever. Whatever they did was just really well done, and then as Indy pointed out, it's probably going to be the Xbox will probably do exactly the same as what they did last time, but just without an audience. And that's what I say. It's like, will it work?
I just butt in for a quick second. Mr. Tushi has to go to bed now. He's got work early in the morning.
Yeah, I've got to shoot off. I'm up in 4 hours, so I need to get some sleep.
Okay, dude.
I thought he said,
Thanks for having me on anyway. It's been a good show. I've been more awake than what I thought I'd be today. So I feel like a zombie.
It's been good.
Well, he's coming up for midnight now, so.
It is. So we are coming to the end of the show anyway. We are. So
It's
Yeah.
nice.
yes,
Right,
you got to say
I better
it.
go anyway.
Before you go, where can people find you?
On the toilet in a minute, I'm dying for a shit.
The truth will out.
I'll unleash that beast.
Blockage
Now,
incoming.
you can find me everywhere on Xbox. Everywhere as an Xbox, Twitch, Facebook, anywhere really. If it's Mr. Tushy, I'm going to put my name back to Mr. Tushy instead of Tushy Gaming. I'm kind of bored of the Tushy Gaming now.
How about
I kinda
Tushy's
missed-
Tushy?
Tushy's Big Tushy.
Yeah.
No, I'll let.
And then,
I'll let
after about 6 months, you can go Tushy's Little Tushy.
No, I'll let Al do the announcement for the community game night this week.
Oh, I can't remember what we're playing. Okay.
He's got the honour.
All right, will do.
Anyway, I'll see you all later anyway.
Have a good mate.
It's nice.
It's nice.
He's got it in. Yes.
Right, we can
But
really,
yeah,
really
no, it's-
bad mouth him now.
Well, I think it's approaching midnight anyway. I think it's time to start wrapping the show up now, I reckon. It is.
Yeah, I gotta
So-
go. I'm not feeling good.
Thanks for coming on, Cerebral. Do you want to tell people where they can find you?
I won't know. No, I don't know. You can find me on Twitter at Cerebral1, Cerebral1, Twitch, Cerebral Paul, YouTube, or whatever the hell that is. And I'm just going to keep saying it that way. And then, and Xbox as Cerebral Paul 921. And you can find me on Wednesdays here. You can find me on Sunday mornings at the Good Morning Xbox with what's his name? That's how out of it I am.
Nuke Nukem.
That's the one. Yeah, Nuke Nukem. And I've been popping in with the Renegade Retro Renegade crew on Tuesdays. So,
Nice.
Yep.
That's cool. So yeah,
Well,
thanks for coming on, Paul.
thanks for
I
having me.
appreciate
I'm gonna
that.
take off real quick. I gotta go. My head's killing me.
All right,
Right, mate,
then.
have
See
a
you
good
later.
Yep.
Animated Evil. Thanks for coming on tonight. I appreciate it. Where can people find you?
Oh, thanks for having me as always, sir. It's been another great evening. I enjoyed myself. You can find me here on every single Wednesday, hopefully, going forward. Although I have taken a couple off for personal reasons, I might add. Yeah, I think the best place to find me is on Twitter at animated_evil. I am on other shows and things. You can find out on my Twitter account. That's the easiest way to say it. You'll also find me with Mr. Tushi on Community Game Night. And this week, on Friday, we're doing a NASCAR race on Forza Motorsport 7, which is grueling, might I add. Bring some ice for the fingers, because holding down the right trigger for nearly 2 hours hurts.
Gaffer tape.
Yeah, and on Saturday, I'm checking because I forgot, we are playing Ace Combat 7 and Dead by Daylight.
Ah.
Neither of which I've played before, so it should be fun.
Oh, you'll love Dead by Daylight.
Dragon
Oh.
Wolf says remember to turn left.
Yes, always turn left and stop for refueling.
Really? You have to do that? You're joking.
Yeah. Well, we do simulation, so simulation tires,
okay.
fuel. It's a full-on NASCAR race. It's around
Wow,
105 laps, I think, something along those lines. It's difficult, but always a laugh. So please come and join us. Find me or Mr. Tushy on Xbox. So Mr. Tushy on Xbox, Animated Evil 857, and join in with the fun. Over to Removable Sanity.
Yep.
Oh God.
Thanks for coming on, Removable. And it covered. It will be last time for about a month. It will be.
Yeah, something along those lines. Obviously, if I can, it's one of those things. If I can jump on, I will do.
I always drop a link to
Right,
DM. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I'll obviously keep in touch with everybody, sort of thing. I won't completely die off and.
No, because you need to
Hide
keep an eye on
and
Tushy's McDonald's and stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
And Animated Evil's conversations with Tushy in the DMs. You do.
Oh God, yeah. To be honest with you, I think those conversations will keep me sane during this period. Anyway, so
Yeah.
it's no. Again, thank you again for really even just having me on the show and even allowing me to have a conversation. It's always appreciated. It does mean a lot to even just be on this show and just even chat with you guys. It's a great friendship we've managed to build up over the couple of years now, isn't it? I think is it a couple of years now, isn't it?
No. Well, yes.
It feels longer, doesn't it? Maybe that's what it is. It feels longer. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing.
Yeah. I'm just trying to think when it was, because you first came on the Stubbscast, didn't you?
I did, yeah.
And that's
Which
Because
is a
it
great
was-
episode if no one's ever seen it. Please do check it out.
It is.
You'll find it on
It
Stubbs
should-
Gaming
should
channel.
Yeah, thanks for that. It should actually have two parts, because the first night we went to test because he wasn't sure StreamYard would work on his tablet. It was about 3 or 4 hours then, and he says, "You have to cut me off." So in the end, I fucking did cut him off. I was And you
did?
messaged me on Twitter
Yeah.
saying, I did tell you, don't shut up. So there could have
Yep.
been two parts to that one.
I estimate if we'd done recorded it, it would have been around the 6 to 7 hour mark.
I know, it would have been.
It would have been, unfortunately. But no, thank you very much for having me on. For anyone who's even remotely interested in listening to me, my thoughts and my posts, you can find me on social media on Twitter, Minds, and also on Xbox Live under Removal Sanity.
Yeah, thanks for coming on. And I wish you all the best for the next few weeks and especially tomorrow.
Yeah, all the best, dude. Congrats in advance, yeah.
Thank you very much. No,
Yeah,
I'll make
congratulations.
sure it'll be jumped on. I'll put it. I'll make sure everyone knows what's happened anyway. Regardless, just let everyone know. But yeah, if I'm dead if I'm silent for a couple of hours, that's the reason why.
Yeah, no, it's an exciting time tomorrow. It will be.
Oh,
And
yes.
then you just think about all that sleep you're not going to get. You don't get all
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
And all those
yeah.
games, you're going to be too tired to play. I said it earlier, say it again.
Do you know that's the frustrating thing about it? I've got it's like Scarlet
Yeah.
Nexus. I really want to play that. And I'm going, when am I going to get a chance to play it? You know, there's some cracking indie games out there. And I was like, I really want to play it. And I was like, when am I going to get a chance to play it? And I was like, oh god, I don't know. Babies are, it's one of those things. Babies for the first 6 months, they just eat, sleep, poop, and so it may not be an issue. It's the teething period, isn't it?
Oh,
and
that's a nightmare.
It's
Yeah.
you've got a while. You've got a while for that. Hopefully,
Yeah, you have.
Well, my firstborn, he had his teeth. He started teething at 6 months, and my secondborn started teething at 8. And generally, teething normally happens around the 1.5 year mark. So if anything's to go by, it probably won't be. It'll still be pretty soon. Oh, the
Terrible
terrible yeah.
twos.
I've already got that at the moment. I've got a 4-year-old, a 2-year-old, and a newborn. So that's Terrible Twos is kind of extended for the last 4 years, to be honest with you, and it's now going to extend for another good 2 years. So,
Well, I got a 6-year-old and
Are you sure?
3-year-old. Yes.
you're a parent
Yes,
when you
six.
can't remember your own son, your children's age. Like,
Yeah, they're like brother and sister, and they fight. I'm telling you, they love each other, but they play with each other, but they fight. I tell you, they do.
that's sibling rivalry, isn't it? That's
It
what it
is.
is.
You know, it is. But
Anyway,
wow,
Stubbs,
Looper.
where can
Anyway.
we find you?
Yeah,
You can find me on this channel, Stubbs Gaming. If you want to
Which
sub,
is?
you can. And on Twitter at Stubbs Gaming. I'm nearly 1,000 followers somehow. I'm 10 away.
dun, 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 dun.
I am 1,000. I am. But yes, thank you for stopping in, everyone, and checking the show out. To the Indie Gamer, Assassin Looper, Infinite, Matt Barnes, who else? Crispy Bomb, Dragon Wolf, Man Fun
Tushi
Speculate,
Gaming.
and Slasher. Thanks for stopping by, mate. The Gears YouTuber, check him out. Who else we got? Mine doesn't go
She's
far
no
up
elite.
in my list. Yep, she's no elite. So yep. Thanks for. I think I got him. But yes, thank you everyone for tuning in, and I'll see you next week.